Stephanie, I have got to stop doing that. Do you guys watch Lauren Without Fear? She does it at the end as her goodbye, which is awesome and really fun, but I'm accidentally doing it when I just want to turn the camera a little bit. Whoopsie! Anyway, I meant to make a video about this in person, but the subway was really packed last week. So instead I have a picture of what I want to talk about on my computer, and it's all glary and stuff. I had to go up and down the escalators like twice to get the pictures, and I could not get rid of the glare. So my apologies, but I just can't stop an escalator for you guys. Actually, I did go down the stairs the second time, but it still didn't get rid of the glare because that light was there, and I just don't think it's really a good idea to black out lights so I can get the right picture. Maybe I'm just not committed enough as a YouTuber. I don't know. Anyway, so I noticed, my husband noticed, we both noticed that in this here, and I hope you can see this, there's 3 parts to the Chinese above and 2 parts to the English here. And my computer just disconnected, so I need to put that back in. Okay. So there's, oh, now the picture's gone. I love technology. I do. I actually do. Okay. So there's 3 parts. So I was thinking, why? Why are there only 3? And I was excited because the sit... My note cards are... Oh, I just passed it. My note cards are all messy. But the sit one, which I have a visual for that I have tortured you with a few times. Oh, I just saw it 2 seconds ago. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. I really do prepare for these videos, I swear. This one is in the beginning. See it? See it, see it, see it, see it, see it? I'm like a child with this stuff. Yeah, it's in there. So I thought, okay, number 1, there's something missing. And number 2, there's sit in there. But, oh, and you need to see this again. There is not sit in the English. The English says, please hold the handrail and watch your step. Now, we all know that sit could be sit by itself, or it could be part of another word. It could be a 2-character word or a 3-character word that means something else entirely. So, I ran into a not a native speaker, somebody who was like HSK 5 yesterday, and I said, hey, you should know this. And so I was like, what's happening? Why are there 3 parts in the Chinese with the commas and only 2 parts in the English? And he said that the first part that has this guy in it is talking about how you should stand on the escalator. But that part doesn't really exist because the English just says, please hold the handrail and watch your step. So I didn't, we were talking about it, and then we got lovely interrupted by somebody we wanted to talk to, so the conversation melted away. So I didn't get the exact translation of that first part of the phrase, and to be honest with you, without knowing where the word boundaries are, it would take me quite a long time to try to figure that out. So if you know, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below. So I suppose this is a burning question. What does that first part mean? It's 1, 2, 3, 4 character boxes. We still call them that? Sure, why not? Anyway, so that's that. So what does that part mean? And why, and for anybody, you don't have to understand once somebody posts that, we can all kind of guess. Why is that missing from the English? Like, why? See, this is the curious thing now. As I can read more and more stuff around me, slow as it may be, I'm guessing there's going to be stuff like this. This just not translated. Maybe the English-speaking foreigners are not doing it within China or within Shanghai. This is in Shanghai. Are not doing the same things, quote unquote, wrong on the subway or in the subway station that the locals are doing. I don't know. I really don't know. It'd be interesting to see if there's signs that have the opposite, where it's more explanation of cut this out, you stupid idiots, in English, and less of it in Chinese. Because I'm sure there's stuff that we do that the locals don't do that we don't realize we should be doing as well. So I'm not like trying to point any fingers here. I just think it's interesting when signs start to tell you a little bit about culture. Am I grasping at straws? I don't know, but I'm pretty excited that potential words are starting to stick out. I can't identify the word yet in this one because I don't think it's just sit. But it could be, and in the future there may be other ones. I was able to, because I did take out Plico and made my husband miss two trains, not just one, so I could try to identify which part was in which, and so I could identify that handrail was in that second part and step was in the third part. It seems that the nouns were backloaded in those phrases. And thank goodness for the commas, because if the commas weren't there at all in this, I couldn't have been able to identify that that first part wasn't even translated into English. So I had a little bit of fun with it, even if it may have driven my husband crazy. Because I'm sitting down there drawing this into my Pleco, trying to find what the words were. Because I noticed some of the components, but then I had to kind of backtrack and try these two components together. Is that a word? Three together, is that a word? And do that kind of thing. And yes, I had a lot of fun doing this. It's so weird, but it's so fun. I mean, it really, really, truly is. I'm literally sitting there because we got to after doing a few laps up and down the escalator, because he was kind enough to come with me, I sat on the platform, literally sat. I squat, sit all the time. I'm in China, it's normal. And it's really comfortable, actually, and it's really good to stretch out your legs. Anyway, so I did that, and I was tracing on my phone in Pleco, trying to find the word boundaries, and then figured out where the phrase boundaries were. Although there are commas in this one, so it's not as hard, but I was trying to find the word boundaries within the phrases. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, so that was fun. That was fun. I like doing this kind of stuff. I know a lot of you think that signs are a really bad way to go, because there's so much language that isn't really going to appear in newspapers from that, but it does help me practice word boundaries and identifying words. So at worst case scenario, there's that. And then there's this cultural side that may or may not be there. I may be making this completely up, but I am curious about this. I'm very curious about this. Are you curious? Comments. Anyway, thank you so much. Hey, look, we've just hit 6,000 views, but the subscriber number is stagnant, to say the least. 54, 55, 55, 54, 56. It keeps doing this a little bit, like one up, one down. I am not here to make money. I have a full-time job. I'm quite comfortable in my life, but I would like to reach out to other people that are learning the Chinese language, especially adults that are learning it on the side. I'd really, really like to connect to them. And the only way to find them, the best way to find them, is through you and through your word of mouth. So if you could spread the information around about my experience vlogging in Chinese, even if they don't follow me necessarily on YouTube, although that would be awesome, I would like to follow them in their experience. So please spread the word to anybody you know is studying the Chinese language, and especially adults that are learning it in their spare time. I'd really, really like to create more of a community of learners and kind of ping off of each other as we're learning the language. I've been kind of slacking on building, networking that community lately due to some health issues, but you know what? The show must go on. Or whatever the Chinese equivalent to that phrase is. Thank you so much for watching and for spreading the word about this kooky, slow-moving process of me learning to read in Chinese. Thank you very much, Sachian! I'm stealing Lauren's thing here. Wah!